the fork, and you'll want to put it in your non-dominant hand. And I'm going to take my arm, and I'm actually going to thread it from the front to the back. And I'm going to use what I'm going to call the three loop method, which is using only 3 loops instead of a looser 4 loop method. And like I said, I'm going to take my string and thread it from the front to the back, and then I'm going to take my working yarn and I'm going to draw it straight up through the middle and around one of the forks and around the second fork in a figure 8 position. And it's going to look like a figure 8 when it's in the middle there, and especially when you loosen it. And then I'm going to wrap it one more time around the fork on my dominant hand side, and I'm going to hold that down in the back. And the working yarn is going to stay in the back the entire time, and it's actually going to act as your tension. And you might need to loosen up your hold on the strings for this first part, where you take the bottom loop and you put it over the top loop on the fork. And that's how you initially get started. Pull it down a little bit just to tighten things up a tiny bit. And from there, you're going to turn your fork to the left using the working yarn to loop around the fork. And you can hold it any way you like. That works for you. You can hold it like you take your working yarn, you turn your tool to the left, and then you pull up the bottom loop over the top loop, and then adjust the strings a little bit here and there. I'm going to take these loops, and I'm going to take my working yarn string, and I'm going to thread it through them both, and just pull it tight so that it finishes off the working loops, and then that way they won't come unraveled. And I have a little bit of a loose strand here because I pulled it a little too fast. I did not take care to line them up nicely at the top. So if you just take a little bit of care to line them up nicely at the top, you won't get that wonky loop that's looser than the other once you knot it. But that's how you use a Lucet fork